Back in Pittsburgh, one more quarterfinal matchup set to go. Church's Money out of San Diego against the Money Team from Dallas, Texas. So how do you determine who gets the ball first? They have what's called the long toss. And whichever team can throw it the furthest for Church's Money. Red Haston launched it downfield, and Church's Money out of San Diego won the long toss, and they've elected to defer. Brandon Goffner's the quarterback. He's with Kay.
His nickname is Spidey. I'm fanning him over here. He's complaining about the weather. Aren't you from New Orleans?
Yes, ma'am. Definitely from New Orleans, but I haven't been there in a while, though, so.
All right, well, you're smiling right now. You just saw Code Red with the huge upset. And in the meeting earlier, you talked about how you were the underdogs. How you feeling right now?
Feeling confident, We're the underdog story. We want to show the world the underdog wins.
Now, who's the X factor on this team? Let us get to know him a little bit.
Oh, he's got Stewie, number 9, little man. Johnson Stewie. Oh, you can't stay with him. He's like a little, I don't know, like MC Hammer. I don't know what he is.
Now, this is the Money Team up against Church's Money. It all comes down to $1 million. I have a feeling you're spending that on something special, huh?
I got something special. For a special someone.
Does it rhyme with schmengagement string?
A little bit.
Was I not supposed to say that? Oops! Oops! Guys, oops.
Okay, you put him on the spot. Brandon Goffner, LSU graduate, moved to San Diego after Katrina as a general manager in hospitality at a hotel in San Diego. 94 degrees. Feels like it's 102 here in Pittsburgh on this first day of July. This gorgeous setting right along the water here at Highmark Stadium. So can Church's Money dial up the proper game plan to deal with the Money Team, which has won every game by 20 or more points?
Yeah, they've been impressive. You know, Church's Money in our meeting today said, listen, we think we match up better than people are going to give us credit for. They've got a pretty good plan. I said, do you guys need to play perfect to beat this Money Team? And they said no. We've got to play really well, execute our plan, and no turnovers.
Church's Money in the white, the Money Team in the black. Who will move on to Atlanta next weekend? And again, the pros will be in action next weekend as well. Michael Vick, Ocho Cinco, and so many more. And the winner of the Americas bracket will meet the winner of the pros in Houston in a couple of weeks with $1 million on the line to the winning team.
The Money Team will receive to start this game.
Aaron Red Haston with the throw off his Church's Money deferred the second half. Goes with the short ball. Hits the ground, so that is where the Money Team will start their first offensive possession. What is it about this Money Team that makes them so effective?
I think the thing that stands out the most, Bob, is their team speed. Pops off. It pops off on tape. It pops off when you're looking at them on the field. They've got guys that they think should have made it in the NFL.
How about their quarterback?
Yeah, Fresh Franklin is a guy who's very confident in himself and the people around him. He said that we haven't been working towards this for a couple months. We've been working for this for a decade, for this opportunity to arise.
Right there, right there.
They like their matchups. They like their skill set. Oh, what a great play by the safety coming over, Travis Nobles. There is a flag on the play.
I got you.
Holding. Defense, number 6. Spot foul. First down.
Brandon Goffner, the quarterback who also plays on defense, got called for the hold, but you saw Knuckles come over and use his size and length.
Yeah, really nice play by Knuckles coming over the top, but Fresh Franklin making a very clear message. Hey, Ramonce Taylor's my guy. I'm going to get him the ball early and often.
Go with the deep ball. Did he get both feet in? No. Pass intended for Alfred McDonald, and they talked about his size and his speed And they nearly hit the perfect play.
Yeah, Fresh Franklin made it very clear. When he gets to the line of scrimmage, he wants to find who's on McDonald. We'll see his left foot down there and his right foot just coming out of bounds. Really nice throw. And McDonald, for a guy that did not play football, he's a basketball player. Good job bringing in that catch. But that's the matchup that Franklin's going to look for consistently. Who's on McDonald pre-snap? And he told us, Bob, if they don't make an adjustment, I'm going to continue to wear that out. Look for that go ball to come again from Franklin to McDonald.
Here. 4, 3.
Pass should have been intercepted as he overthrew his intended receiver. And Knuckles had to go right through his hands.
What happened, Jay?
And you see the emotion from the Church's Money defense. They know. Listen, you're trying to knock off the giant. You'll see it go right through Knuckles' hand. There's a reason guys play DB, right through his hands. A little bit of sun in his eyes, but that would have been a huge swing. And Church's Money, everybody on that team knows if we want to knock off the giant, we've got to make those plays.
No. Hey, you too.
Travis Knuckles, a commercial truck driver, has played high school and semi-pro ball. Here comes the blitz. That's a lateral. Was the flag pulled? No, they tried to throw it back to the quarterback, Franklin.
Ramonce Taylor is intended pass to Fresh Franklin.
They were pretty close to having that flag pulled.
Down the play. That was their first of the half. They'll have 4 remaining. Fourth down.
If I'm Church's Money, that's what I'm doing. I think that Fresh, watching tape on him, struggles with the pressure. He has a planner to get it to Ramonce Taylor, but that's the guy that you want. If you have him throwing the football from behind the line of scrimmage as Church's Money, you feel good that you're in advantage there.
So what they're going to do is you have the option when the ball is on your side of the field to throw the ball off rather than go for it. It's 4th and 23. They've got to get to midfield for a first down. So this is flag football's version of a punt.
Wait.
Let's go, Mo. Get him, Mo.
I can't see it. Pick it up.
It's hard to see the ball. And you heard one of the players say, I can't see it. They're looking back into the sun. As you look down from our high camera, the sun is starting to set in the west to our left. But Church's Money, all things considered, this high-powered Money team, and they got to stop on the first possession.
Oh, absolutely huge for their team.
As soon as you see that corner jump to it, Chris.
Stewie. Hey, Stewie, I'm gonna motion you. I'm gonna Stewie. I'm gonna motion you. I'm gonna motion Stewie right to left. Hey, y'all get out of there.
First and 3 for Church's Money to the 25-yard line.
Yep.
Hey, you're gonna get that shit next time, I promise you.
Each team gets 5 blitzes.
I ain't got nothing else.
Keep talking.
Yep, that's right there.
Don't stay flat-footed.
Some nice communication right there by Goffner. Again, this team practices 3 times a week, just like an NFL team would. They've got a really good plan and a little bit more communication than some other teams.
Take the little underneath pass, and they get the first down because it was 1st and 3 because on the change of possession, they only had to get to the 25-yard line. We'll check the flag.
Holding defense number 6. Spot foul. First down.
Yeah.
Frank Rogers is our referee.
Hey, I was on.
Repeat first.
Hey.
Derek Jackson was called.
Trickle left. We're not gonna show it. All right.
Left side?
Well, no, we want left. But look, on the right
Results
side.
are penalty 1st and 17.
So who's my trickle? Y'all do trickle on that side.
50-yard line for Church's Money.
Go down. Drag. See, stop. Right behind the line. Stop. Come on, get out. 10.
Go, Bill. Give me something, Bill.
You know, Church's Money feels like there's some matchups out there that they can exploit against this talented team.
Go.
Flag was not pulled.
Stop short. There it is.
And Darius Walters with a nice catch. Started playing flag football 13 years ago, did Walters, who's 32 years of age.
Let's go.
Timeout. Defense. That's their first of the half.
3rd and 1? No, nah, it's matriculated. Nah, it's 3rd and 4th and 1. You didn't get it. It's 3rd and 1. Oh, is it?
Second and 3.
Hey, ref.
Let's get up.
Wait, ref. Is that 3rd? Because that says 2nd. What down is it? It's 2nd right now, right? Okay. Okay, thank you. We have water. Anybody got regular water?
It's all water.
And Bob, when we met with Church's Money, you know, the money team's got Anthony Playmaker Webb on their team. The corner looks like Deion Sanders, played with Aqib Talib. Everyone kind of thinks he's the best corner. Well, Church's Money and Goffner told us, no. He's the guy that we want to go after. They think that they're an advantage attacking him. He's going to line up on who he deems the best receiver every single play.
Go outside. Go outside. Stuart, come in. Huh? Yeah.
And we see him follow Maurice Douglas, our 200 and 400 meter champion out of San Diego.
Ain't nobody got the clock? We're down to third.
Delay game, offense, previous spot, third down.
Hey, come on, nowhere, right?
And let's go. Well,
Hey, he was coming too. He's coming
So
now.
he just wasted it down with that delay game, and
Hey.
the money team is going to blitz.
33 to the 50-yard
Might
line.
have to win inside. There's whoever's my inside immediately. Win
The
inside.
money team's plan on defense is they want to play man-to-man. They're going to funnel everything inside. They're going to leave an extra defender in between the hashes, and they're going to make Goffner throw the ball outside. They're going to squat. They don't think he has the arm strength to get the ball outside.
Here comes the blitz. He buys enough time, and he's got the first down. Well, he said to Darius Walters in the huddle, he said, you're going to have to get open, and he did.
Yeah, really nice job. You're seeing a little bit of an advantage for them from all those times that they had to practice. And again, they practiced specifically for this game and this team. Goffner doing a nice job running the offense.
Yes, sir. You guys are doing a good job. I noticed that.
Mo, 10-yard dig inside. Hey, on this 3 and 1 on the side.
D-Man, you got those?
No, you got to see him.
So Church's Money out of San Diego got a stop on their first defensive possession, and now trying to move the ball.
Go red, go red. Oh, shit, not good.
And he just throws that away. He had Justin Stewart.
Huddle up faster.
Brandon Goffner's pass is headed for Justin Stewart. Incomplete.
A little bit of miscommunication there with his receiver. I thought Goffner thought his receiver was just going to sit there over the ball. Receiver moved. Again, what the money team is doing right now to Goffner for the fans at home is they're showing 2 high safeties. He sees guys basically on each side of the hash. And at the snap, they're dropping one of those guys down. One's going to the middle of the field, one's going to go split the hash, and it's going to muddy everything inside. It's going to make the picture very unclear for Goffner at quarterback.
Goffner with the pass, and then the one lateral is allowed, and that worked out nicely.
Hey, Brandon, good shit.
Good awareness right there. Justin Stewart took the lateral. So they're a yard short of the first down.
Bob, this is one of those really cool things. You're going to see Goffner get the ball off, and this is almost a simultaneous act. From one receiver to the other, the pitch to Justin Stewart. That's one of those really cool things about this league. And again, we're seeing an example. You can't do that and have that timing and trust if you're not practicing together. Really well done by their offense.
Yeah, Red Haston with the catch and then the quick pitch. 3rd and 2. He got away and completes it for the first down.
Time out, man. Time out. Time
Brandon Goffner's pass.
What a job by Goffner to avoid the flagpole.
Incredibly elusive. Turns a dead play into something incredibly positive. And right now, you're seeing the money team get stunned a little bit. You're hearing them on defense. Hey, we got to call timeout. As you can see, he gets that completion to the sideline, gets that conversion. But the money team right now is starting to ask some questions of what's going on. We were supposed to just roll in here and dominate.
Back on the slant. Okay.
So it's 1st and goal at the 15 for Church's Money.
Set. Hut.
Did not get the pass off in 4 seconds. The go clock expired.
Violation, incomplete pass, 2nd down, goal.
The first beep you hear is 2 seconds, which means that you can take pressure. And then the second beep means 4 seconds. The quarterback has to get rid of the football.
Yeah, and you want to see those quarterbacks, you know, as an NFL quarterback, we have these internal clocks. We just, through all our repetitions, we know the ball's got to get out of our hands. Well, that first initial beep at 2 seconds is telling those quarterbacks, get this ball out of your hands in 2 seconds.
2nd and goal at the 15.
Hut.
Goffner takes the quick completion.
4th down. Hey, 4th down.
To Joshua Stewart.
Joshua Stewart.
Excuse me. 3rd down.
So it's 3rd and goal at the 9.
And Bob, as we saw in our first game between Code Red and Mean Machine, in the flag league where there are no field goals, what you do into the red zone really doesn't matter. Once you get down here, you've got to score touchdowns. It's incredibly difficult. So these are the moments that are going to determine if Church's Money can pull off this upset or not.
Be ready, look, Chris.
Got him.
Oh, nearly threw an interception. Who did he have that you saw?
I thought he had 5. Darius Walters going to the back corner of the end zone. He was drifting that way. Walters, you're going to see him in the number 3 right here, breaking to the corner right there. I think he could throw a high ball. Walters ends up breaking off his route. Thought he could throw a high ball, give his guy a chance in the back of the end zone.
Will Cole nearly had the interception. We saw in our first game, Mean Machine on 4 consecutive trips inside the 10-yard line could not score.
So you got to expect pressure right now if you're Goffner, and you better have an answer to get the ball out of your hands towards the end zone.
Yeah, they bring the pressure. They throw the lateral back. Got a guy. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
How about that? Jonathan Thomas with a touchdown catch. And that's using the lateral to your advantage to negate the pressure with the blitz.
And the double pass, absolutely. And it's an example, when we met with them, they said, we think we're a really cerebral team. You'll see Goffner evade a little bit of pressure here, use the lateral, and then Red Haston does a nice job, point to the left, put his foot in the ground, and just a little flick. A flick of the wrist, really well done by Church's Money, capitalizing on that impressive possession. And again, that Money team's got to start asking questions of what did we just do there, fellas?
Aaron Redcast, who works in the catering business, served up a nice throw for the score.
Stewie, come in, son.
Well done.
We good.
Church's Money will go for 1. When you put the ball at the 5-yard line, it's worth 1 point on the conversion. Goffner picked off.
No.
Lateral gets dropped.
Outside, wide open.
You can return the conversion. Well, Church's Money came in with a lot of confidence. They got a stop on defense, and they score to take a 6-0 lead. Earlier today, kids from the Pittsburgh Flag Football League participated in the Youth Flag Football Tournament here at Highmark Stadium. What a great way to kick off their upcoming fall season. To find an NFL Flag League near you, visit playfootball.com. Let's play football. Nothing better on this first day of July. Live football here on NFL Network. Church's Money out of San Diego with a 6-0 lead over the Money team, the team to beat.
Will call the return for the Money team.
By just about everybody's opinion in the AFFL.
Let's go, man.
I know.
After the throw off, the first down will be in midfield. 1st and 35 for the Money team.
You got me? So whatever you want, son.
Hey, whoever not getting jammed, give me that arrow. Take the outside man away. Whoever not getting jammed, arrow. Hey, dig. Watch the dig.
So the Money team already stopped on 1 possession, trailing 6-0. Greg Meek with the catch over the middle, out to the 45-yard line. Meek played 1 year at Mississippi College, is 24 years of age.
I really like this throw by Franklin. You'll see him scan the field to the left. Goffner tries to undercut Meek, but the ball placement by Franklin, and a little bit of a LeGarrette Blunt hurdle at the end, trying to go north.
Yeah, the reverse dip, the lift, didn't work. Franklin gets it off in time, but nobody was really open.
You see the out, get the out route.
Jarvis Johnson, incomplete.
Hey.
Send Jarvis on the slant, and I'm just run a stop route on like an 8-yard line.
50-yard line.
Stop.
Basically, Ramonce Taylor telling him exactly what he's going to do, meaning get me the ball.
Jarvis, right here.
And there you go, first down.
Review it.
The confidence from Ramonce Taylor showing. He knows it was close. Did that catch get made? He's so confident in his hands. He tells him, hey, review it. I like that. Giving his team a little bit of an energy.
Ramonce Taylor, part of the University of Texas 2005 national championship team, played in the CFL with Edmonton and Winnipeg. Franklin, wide open, was McDonald, and then a flag comes in.
Next time, hey, dog, if you play like that, I'm clean, bro. Hey, dog, can I talk to you for a minute? Hey, bro, I'm clean, bro, but if you play like that, I'm gonna throw my balls, bro. No, he didn't, bro. No, he didn't, bro. I'm clean, bro. If you play like that, I'm gonna let you know, bro. Nah. He ain't go for no flags.
Go to the end zone. It's a free play, corner route. All right, let's go. Let's go, dog.
Take a look at the end of the play, and McDonald, there's not much of a flag pull there by Jeremy Scott.
McDonald sending a clear message too.
Defense, spot foul, first down.
Away from, like a skinny though, Jordan. Yes, on this side.
Sending a clear message saying I don't want to play like that. And one of the unique things is we got player mics and they know this is a free down. And you hear Ramonce Taylor tell Fresh, hey, let's take a shot here. I'm going to go to the corner of the end zone. Let's see if we can capitalize on this free play.
Franklin trying to work that post to Jarvis Johnson. Maurice Douglas on the coverage.
Fresh Franklin's pass intended for Jarvis Johnson.
I actually think Fresh is going to have Ramonce Taylor on this corner route. He just wants to read that safety to the field, forcing the post to Jarvis Johnson. I think they're going to get back to that Ramonce Taylor corner at some point because he won.
Again, the money team based in Dallas, they've won all their games by 20 or more points. Right now they trail 6-0 here in the first half. Little pitch and catch right there. And I think McDonald was trying to draw another penalty because that time he kind of backed into his man.
Yeah, let's take a look at this. So Baylor, as an offense, will do something like this. You see the guys at the bottom of the screen kind of stand still, and they'll just send one side of the field running the routes. The money team does that a little bit. They just think, we like our matchup over there. You guys elsewhere don't need to run off. Easy completion for their quarterback, and it also conserves a little bit of an energy, a little bit of a stolen playbook from the Baylor University Bearcats.
Franklin with the completion, but Taylor not able to hold the pitch. It's still the money team's ball.
There was a fumble on the lateral.
Frankie Cap Solomon with the catch.
Kind of a little bit of an inside hook and ladder in a way. Cap with the reception, then try to pitch to Taylor, and Taylor sets in the end zone right there thinking, I want to go score, do the little things, make that catch before you go on.
And we saw Taylor do that quite a bit at the University of Texas.
Hey, right here, big man D, right here.
A game kind of a historic upset, right, over the USC Trojans. Do we have another one in the making here in Pittsburgh?
Franklin. Solomon tried. A little dip didn't work. Ramonce Taylor, part of the 2005 national championship team with the Longhorns, 1,126 yards from scrimmage, 16 touchdowns, 8.4 per carry. Teammates of Vince Young and Jamal Charles with the Longhorns.
Not bad numbers. 8.4 carry you'll take.
Hey. GL.
Second and goal at the 8. Will Church's money blitz? They do. Franklin, though, gets away from it. Franklin going for the pylon, and the flag got pulled at the 1.
Fresh Franklin, the ball carrier.
Bob, that could be a huge flag pull. We saw it early on of Franklin does a nice job because, again, that's Maurice Douglas, who's their speedster, and running for that front pylon, quarterback on quarterback.
That was their third and a half. They have 2 remaining.
That could be a reviewable situation. Looked like that front flag might have crossed that end zone for Franklin.
Brandon Goffner, the quarterback for Church's money, pulled the flag.
Boom. Listen to me, dog.
Did he get in?
Defense.
And that one flag on his left hip, that's all that needs to cross the goal line for that touchdown to be good. So it'll be interesting to see. Let's see, does Goffner get it off before that left hip gets in the end zone?
It's hard to tell from
close
that
with
angle.
that angle.
Yeah, unless you're right down the line. It's pretty tough to tell.
Again, so in flag football, in the American Flag Football League, the only thing that needs to cross is that initial flag. If that flag's in before the other one's off, that's a touchdown.
And unless you're right down the line, it's pretty tough to tell. Third and goal for the money team. Heavily favored, trailing 6-0. Franklin.
Come on! Hey, ref. Yes!
Pass incomplete. There is a flag on the play, and there might be defensive holding here.
Thank you.
No. How's that blocking?
You can have contact. We have an illegal block on the offense. Previous spot.
That's fourth down. No, it ain't. Let's go. This fourth. This fourth. Come here.
So you don't replay the down, you lose the down when you commit a penalty.
The defense blitz. That was their fourth of the half. They'll have one remaining.
Let's take a look at this. Is there a little bit of a block, maybe by the center trying to create a pick? Yeah, that guy just off the blitzer, just off the left side of the center, tries to clip a piece of that blitzer to give Franklin just an extra second. That's illegal. You cannot block. You can be a statue, but you cannot block.
So 4th and goal. Franklin gets the touchdown. Alfred McDonald with the 1-yard touchdown catch to tie this game up at 6.
Let's go.
On the previous play, the defense blitz.
Let's look at this slant route by McDonald. Franklin doing a nice job. Look how quickly he gets that ball out of his hands, and McDonald just wins easily inside. Letting everybody know, again, that's the matchup that they love. And Franklin told us, I'm going to look every single play at McDonald. If I like the matchup, the ball is going there.
So they put the ball at the 5, which means it's a 1-point extra point. Anything from the 5 is 1, from the 10 is 2, from the 20 is 3. And that pass broken up in the end zone. So Church's Money, the heavy underdog out of San Diego, stops the extra point.
We have immediate timeout.
So we're knotted up at 6 here in the first half. Remember, here in the Americas division, this is the 4th quarterfinal matchup. Next week we go to Atlanta for the semifinals. Michael Vick, Ocho Cinco will be playing in the pro division as we send it down to Kay.
I'm here with Fresh. Your quarterback started a little bit slow. What kind of adjustments did you make to make that score?
Oh, we just took what they give us, basically. You know what I'm saying? We know they're covering a lot. Making sure RT don't get off. They're leaving everybody else open.
Speaking of RT, sort of quiet so far. How are we going to get him more involved?
Oh, RT coming. Oh, we don't have to try. The way he play, he'll be in the game soon.
Looking forward to it, fellas. Back to you.
Well, they've got a lot of weapons across the board. They are the team that everybody knows you got to go through if you want to play against the pros. Fresh Franklin hooking up with Alfred McDonald. This game tied up at 6 here in the first half from Pittsburgh. Back in Pittsburgh, quarterfinal action underway. Church's Money and the money team tied up at 6. Ramonce Taylor, the former star at Texas, with the throw off, goes with the high toss. Not deep. And it's tough seeing the ball looking back into the sun. Again, $1 million at stake. Whichever team comes out of America's champion, which is the guys that play flag football and barnstorm all over the league, will be taking on the pros. You got Michael Vick with one team, Ocho Cinco, Justin Forsett, Nate Robinson, the former NBA star. The pros will be in action next week in Atlanta, as will the Americas bracket. And all these guys, Church's Money, the money team, They all feel that when they get to the championship game with $1 million at stake, that they're going to beat the pros because they say this is our game.
Yeah, it's almost like they've already made the deposit with the $1 million. They're that confident.
Goffner. Flag has not been pulled yet, and then the lateral hits the ground. Tremendous elusiveness that time by Joshua Stewart.
Goffner's starting this game off and throwing the ball really well. And Stewart, he said early on in the game, Stewie's their guy that they want to get the football to. And if he converts that lateral right there, that could be a 7-point touchdown for Church's Money. I like the fact that they're applying pressure to this Money Team defense.
Any touchdown scored over 50 yards is worth 7 points. 50 and in, it's worth 6. Goffner gets it away, but good defense by Randall Webb. Got Webb, Randall, and Anthony, the two brothers on the same team. Corey decided to leave the Money Team and go play for Strong Island, and they got bounced yesterday.
Yeah, and they don't feel bad for him. Webb doing a nice job putting his hands on Stewart. Coming over the top, a lot of contact right there. Does it get tipped at the line? Yep, that ball got tipped right off Goffner. Nice job by Meek getting his hand on the ball. And then that's going to allow Webb to be a little bit more physical with Stewart at receiver.
Quarterback has to get the pass off in 4 seconds unless he's blitzed. They go with the quick pass to Walters.
Yeah, so what we saw there, right there, Bob, is Goffner wanted to just get 5 yards. He obviously has a play on 4th down that he wants to get to. It's a 5-yard play, and we'll hear him talk to his slot receiver, Deus Walters.
Two slants. Hey. You get outside, Ray. You know what to do. You got the touchdown, so you know. Ray, y'all get tighter. Y'all get tighter. Way tight, Billy. Way tight.
4th and 5, play clock.
Let's see if they try to run
down
off.
to 5.
Run off and get it out.
Here comes the blitz. Pass intercepted. Randall Webb stepped in front of the little out pass and gets the interception for the Money Team.
That was their third. They'll have 2 remaining.
That's cool. I got you back.
I like the fact that they try to get into a bunch and run off and man, but they have to know Brandell Webb is a guy that likes to play on the back hip of the receiver, squat on routes. He calls himself the Cookie Monster. Give me cookies on that pick.
Yeah.
Now the Money Team's got a much more life after that touchdown, driving a huge turnover. Look at his brother Anthony Miller saying, we got to eat. We got to eat.
Hey, Cookie, I told you we was going to ball, Mama. I told you we was going to ball.
Shout out to y'all.
Them well, boys.
They not be on the field.
Let's
Dog
go.
them.
Let's go, Fred.
Let's go,
Press
Mama.
him. Dog him, man.
Let's go, Fred.
Let's go, oh.
Franklin
Get up.
waits for Thariet to clear, and he makes the catch. Brandell and Anthony Webb on the Money Team. And then Barbecue Chicken, Corey decided to go play for Strong Island.
Defense.
There was no sympathy in our meeting today with the Money Team about Corey's decision to go play for Strong Island.
No, they made it clear they don't feel bad for him. They said, oh, tough break, but you know, the NFL, they've got the Gronkowski brothers. The AFFL, they've got the Webb brothers, the Webb triplets.
He don't even want to do that. All right, let's do it, bro. Let's go, man. Damn, boy. On the side.
De'Aaron Franklin, the quarterback for the Money Team from Dallas. Favorites to win. They give it to Taylor, and he channels his University of Texas days there.
And what a job by Maurice Douglas of following Ramonce Taylor across the field, and you'll see him. What he did a great job of, Bob, was trailing that back hip. He doesn't want to outrun Ramonce Taylor because then that's going to give him a cutback lane. Let's watch him trail in this replay. Watch, he's just going to stay in that left hip of Ramonce, able to stop and start with the guy we said could be the best player in the country in this league. Beautiful job of displaying his speed and athleticism.
Right here.
So 1st and goal now from the 24-yard line.
Say, bro.
With 1:36 to go in the half.
Let's go, man. Play ball, man. We got to do our thing, bro. We play as a team. If he get in, he get in, bro.
Let's go. Next play. Next play. Let's go.
He got the play call, right?
Listen, what's the play? Jarvis, come on, place from here. I want you from the very slide to go right at this safety back here in the corner. Okay? Will, I want you to see, bro. I want you to get like a...
I run 0.
Yeah.
You in trouble over 3 seconds, just look at my leg.
All right.
Oh, left side, man. Come left side. He went over here.
It's interesting. The money team, I think they expected this game to be over at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's been clearly made on social media, the expectation. They had said to us, we'll handle them. Church's Money doing a nice job of hanging.
Intercepted as Franklin threw it in the middle of the field, and Jonathan Thomas gets the interception for Church's Money. Played his college ball at South Alabama, and Jonathan Thomas, nicknamed Ocho, was right in the middle of the field to get the pick.
Thomas did a great job. We'll see it from the wide angle here, Bob. Doing a great job of just playing high. He's the safety at the top of the screen. He plays over the top. Once that ball leaves Franklin's hands, he's able to drive. Safeties, you want to be high as you can. That gives you the opportunity to drive downfield. He breaks, undercuts that receiver. Beautiful job playing safety by Jonathan Thomas. Huge turnover, Church's Money.
You know, here's the interesting thing, too. With 58 seconds to go in the half, Church's Money won the throw-off. They deferred. So if they can get a score here, then they get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, and then that's when things get really interesting. If you're Church's Money, you want to handle this 2 ways. One, obviously you want to try and go get points, but do not make any mistake. You have to feel great about where you are right now. Don't give any free points to the money team.
Exactly. You want to make sure the worst case scenario is this half ends 6-6 with you getting the ball to start the second half and not allow the money team to have another possession.
Absolutely.
You got Billy Hudson at the quarterback position now. Didn't get it off and takes the sack from Will Cole.
No, I don't want to force. Nothing was open. Nothing was open. But he cut his route short.
Now, are you surprised Church's Money used the timeout, knowing that we're thinking that you don't want them to get the, one thing you don't want is the money team to get the ball back.
Yeah, I mean,
It'll be second down.
Force them to use the timeout.
yeah, I would like to, again, you're in a great position right now. You're going to get the ball, like we said, to start the second half. Don't give them any free points or momentum going into halftime.
You drop. You show the drop. Right, give me a 10-yard out.
Goffner back at quarterback.
Stewie, go outside, Stewie. Outside, Stewie. There. Cut. Let's go. We on it.
So he got that 10-yard out that he asked for. Catch made by Maurice Douglas, who played in the Indoor Football League in the AFL, a dancer on Soul Train. Now works as an organic food distributor. Remember, it's a running clock.
Right there.
3rd and 16. Goffner gets the first. Did he get it across? Close as to whether they got the first down with 6 seconds to go.
I think Matt Richardson's going to get him right. I think he got that flagpole before the 50-yard line, which is probably something that Church's Money wants. Gives them a chance to get a 7-point touchdown before the half. No timeout called.
Somebody was called for a timeout, but they were out of them. Remember, they called a couple of them on defense. So we have reached halftime. And a little bit of an upset. We've seen a couple of interceptions. The money team expected to roll, but Church's Money giving them their money's worth. Tied at 6 at the half. The AFFL here on NFL Network.
What y'all talking about? Y'all talking about me? What a play! How about those for some hands?
you can go my way because I'm going to be open. I got you.
Throwing end zone touchdown, Chad Johnson.
You can always count on me. I'm like life insurance.
Chad's out there. Got it. Throws long. Got Chad wide open. Touchdown, Chad Johnson. That was nice. That was really nice.
I see.
Back here in Pittsburgh, Ocho Cinco always put on a show. Right now, Church's Money and the Money Team, the heavily favored Money Team, tied at 6 at halftime. And Dan, next week, the pros will be competing. You got Ocho running a team. Michael Vick has the Road Runners, and then Nate Robinson leads a squad against Justin Forsette's team. But those are just 4 of many names.
Yeah, I mean, Ocho's got a good team. Dennis Dixon, a guy that was in the Heisman running. Fred Jackson, one of the leading rushers in the Buffalo Bills history. Mike Vick, super talented team, a bunch of NFL DBs. Justin Forsett on a team that, like I said, Jason Avant was here preparing yesterday. And the hoop guys, Nate Robinson, Carlos Boozer, Matt Barnes. This is when it's going to get to be a lot of fun.
And then in the quarterfinals on Sunday, Code Red, a winner, awaits the winner of Church's Money and the Money Team, with Fighting Cancer advancing last night along with Primetime, who will play on Saturday night in the other semifinal. And you know, social media, man.
Yeah, a cool little Instagram story that we've got going on here with the American Flag Football League. Look at this. Code Red celebrating. You know what they should? They came in here and knocked off the team that everyone favored, the Cinderella story with Chris Hughes. They should enjoy this moment and get ready for next week. Good for them to have a lot of fun being able to move on to that next round, Bob.
Who will they play? Church's Money or the Money Team? Church's Money out of San Diego. They call themselves the Sleeping Giant when we talked with them this morning. They said nobody's given us a chance against this heavily favored the Money Team.
And they also thought they were battle tested. They thought they played a lot of tough games with good, tough opponents leading up to this, and they thought that would be a huge advantage for them to not be intimidated.
Ramonce Taylor with the high throw, fielded at the 5.
There you go, Chris.
Upfield.
And good coverage there, and back to work goes Church's Money on offense.
Deion Sanders tweeting just yesterday during the game, I'll have the team out of Dallas next season. Deion's going to be player, coach, GM, owner, prime, and mouthpiece, I'm sure. Hashtag AFFL, get ready, NFL Network. I'm enjoying the game. He tweeted again today after a pick 6 to the house. Gotta love Deion.
And 31 to the 50 for Church's Money.
Oh, 10 seconds, get down. Hey, drop on this side. Hey, hot slant, dash, push up, and more guys.
Double move, Will.
And when Chris Linares of Code Red went 100 yards for the touchdown, Deion was impressed, but he said didn't high step at the end.
Not good enough.
Wow, how about that? Goffner just kind of threw it up and got a completion to Darius Walters.
Just the way you draw it up. Hang back in the pocket. Last second, you know, Walters goes up almost like a basketball player going up for this rebound right here. Nice job not only making the catch, but look at his feet. We are in Pittsburgh with Antonio Brown, a guy renowned for his feet on the sidelines. Nice job by Walter there, bringing down that catch.
And we talked to Santonio Holmes during the first game. I mean, his catch to win Super Bowl 43 is one of the great ones in NFL history. Goffner takes the completion, and then the quick flag pull by Frankie Cap Solomon. Had fun talking with Cap Solomon. He's a big Captain America fan. But how about when the production meeting was over and his teammates left, he got up and he straightened out every single chair on the other side of the table. There was like 10 of them. He said, just got to clean up.
Yeah, a little OCD. I can appreciate it. I'm renowned in my home for making sure that things sometimes are cleaned up just a little bit better. He's actually a college teammate of a guy that I've been a teammate with a long time, Glover Quinn, who's had an incredibly successful career as a safety in the NFL. They spent their college careers together.
They run the blitz. And a nice job by Greg Meek to pull that flag. We had a chance to ask Frankie Solomon about the nickname Cap.
Frankie Solomon Jr. They call me Cap. I'm Captain America. You always see me with a piece of Captain America on, and you know, my favorite superhero, of course, but I think I got superhuman strength, superhuman skills, and superhuman speed, so Captain America it is.
Played his college ball at New Mexico. He had the Captain America backpack. Church's money is going to go for it on 4th and 9. Here comes the blitz. Goffner's buying some time. Wow, he actually got away. There's a flag on the play. And then the flag finally gets pulled.
I think we're going to get a little bit defensive holding. Maurice Douglas using that speed.
Why? And I'm rushing.
To apply some pressure to that defense, and they felt it. I think we're going to get a holding, and Church's money's going to retain possession.
Alfred McDonald came in on the pressure, and Goffner needs
was 2 yards short, though. But what if you don't call it, though? What if you don't call it?
Hey, we all said fucking who cares about the holding? Let's go. Come on.
Hey.
I love that by Stewart in the huddle. I love it. He's telling these guys, listen, we're okay. Everyone stop arguing with each other. A little bit of leadership. Leadership doesn't always have to come from the quarterback.
That was their second. They have 3 remaining.
Each team gets 5 blitzes per half. Money team has used 2.
Catch my breath. Damn. I got you, 20 seconds.
Yeah, Goffner, I mean, he had a lot of work that he had to do to avoid McDonald. Remember, it's 94 degrees, feels like over 100. Goffner gets the first down on the completion of Walters. There's Jackson on the coverage. They've really utilized Walters effectively in the short stuff.
Yeah, and he's a big body target.
First and short.
And he's been a guy that obviously Goffner has a ton of trust in. What I loved about that play was Goffner realized, listen, I'm exhausted. I need to catch my breath a little bit. Good composure by him to be able to understand that, allow him to catch his breath, and then execute the play to go get that first down.
Let's go.
Touchdown pass would help him catch his breath even more. No blitz. Goffner completes it. Solomon on the coverage. Red Haston on the catch.
Good little concept right there. They took Stewart outside, brought him underneath to clear the sideline area for Haston. He did a good job of setting his guy at the top, breaking out towards the sideline. Good completion by Goffner. I like what Church's money is doing on offense. This is what I expect. At some point, they've got to take a deep shot to Maurice Douglas on Anthony Webb.
Nobody.
That's a lateral, and they get the flag. Good close by Will Cole of the money team on Billy Hudson.
No, leave him.
Hey. Time, come on.
So the ball goes back to the 44. They've got to get to the 25 to get a first down. Goffner 7 of 7 this half.
And you can see McDonald, number 10, at the line of scrimmage, turn around begging his guys the opportunity to blitz. I'd expect him to come at this snap here.
Here he comes. Throws to the hot man, Hudson. And he takes it to the 35, so it sets up a 4th and 10 for Church's money.
Okay.
Goffner's gone to Darius Walters a lot in these situations when he's needed a critical completion. I'd expect him to look for Walters here again. Maybe work outside to Red Haston if he feels soft coverage.
Another blitz. Goffner eludes him and then heaves it in traffic, and the pass is intercepted as Brandell Webb gets the pick. Again, on 4th down, you got to throw it up.
Yeah.
So you throw it up and hopefully your guy makes a play. So Church's money drive ends with the interception.
We have a turnover on the interception.
Well, Well, the Webbs are all over the place, and Kay is with one.
Yeah, Orlovsky calls them the triplets. You got the Gronkowskis in the NFL, and then you guys, of course, in AFFL. You're here cheering on your brothers after a devastating upset loss for you guys last night, and you're one of the most vocal ones behind their bench. How does it feel to cheer them on now?
Hey, I'm just here to support my brothers like they did me yesterday. If you don't want to try them webs, once you try them webs, you're going to get caught in it. It's going to be over.
Which brother is a better flag football player?
Depends on which one you want. You want a playmaker, you go to my brother. If you want to make a play, you throw it to Brandale Webb. Either way, it don't matter.
I gotta tell you, they didn't really feel bad for you for losing since you left their squad. Do you regret that decision?
Hey, it already happens. It already happened, so it is what it is. I'm here to support each in every way I can.
Do you think this will buy you something if they win the $1 million?
Oh, they got no choice. I'm the baby brother.
All right, back up to you guys.
Brandell with the interception on the 4th and 10 pass. And
number 2.
Did a nice job stepping in. 1st and 23 for Franklin. Here's the blitz. And the flag gets pulled nicely by Maurice Douglas.
And you'll take that all day. You'll take that all day if you're the Church's Money defense.
We'll have 4 remaining.
You used one of your blitzes, but 2-yard gain.
You would use it on 1st and 23?
Well, now you're 2nd and 23, and so that means you're going to have 2 really successful plays to gain your first down. And if you're able to get a stop here on 2nd down, you're looking at a punt situation for the Money team on offense.
Somebody missing a flag, and that's the quarterback. Fresh Franklin. Franklin takes the snap. Completes it. Flag is pulled. And there's a flag, too. Flag pulled and a penalty flag.
Holding. Defense number 8. Spot foul. First down.
And that was Red Haston.
Finger got caught in his belt.
You can't, it's called defensive holding if you grab. And as you heard Caston say, my fingers got caught in his belt, and then try to hold the guy's belt to then pull the flag. You can't do that.
One of those inadvertent things that looked to happen for him. Unfortunate, because they were in a really good situation after that first down blitz.
Now it's 1st and 13. Taylor took the pitch, but the flag was pulled, I think, before the pitch. They haven't been able to really unleash Ramonce Taylor yet.
Yeah, they've done Church's Money's done a nice job, but they had said going into that they felt great about Maurice Douglas matching up against him, being able to use his. They said that he was just going to be able to close space on Ramonce Taylor, and he's done a nice job. We saw it earlier on the reverse of his using his speed to track him down. So they've obviously had a good plan for Ramonce Taylor.
Did they try the deep ball to McDonald that they tried in the first play of the game?
They said they want to go for it, and this would be a 7-point opportunity for them.
Delay game. That's the free play. Offense. Previous spot.
That's the free play.
3rd down.
2nd down. It's still 2nd down. That's a free play. Hey, that's a free play.
Moving to the 50-yard line.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Come on. I got you. Let's go. Come on, man. Don't worry about it. Let's go. RT, watch the line.
I think they forgot that they ran another play after the free play. Franklin just gets it off in time, and that one dropped. That was right in and out of the hands of Christopher Clariette.
Incomplete.
So now big 4th and 2 coming up for the Money team.
And now you got a plan. If you're the Money team, here comes Maurice Douglas off the edge. Church's Money's got a close coverage. Don't give up an easy completion that's going to give him a first down.
There's the blitz, and it's dropped. They had it, and Taylor dropped it.
That was their 2nd. They'll have 3 remaining. We have a turnover on downs. We also have a media timeout.
So how about this? The Money team, which has rolled everybody with big, thick bankrolls of cash, struggling in a 6-6 game.
You didn't do nothing. You didn't do nothing. You didn't do nothing.
should never talk to me, though.
In less than 0.15 of a second, a 90-degree swivel of the hips reorients the flags and allows ball carriers to slip through a 50% smaller gap between defenders. But the signature move showcased in the US Open has to be the dip. It's essentially a series of lunges. By exaggerating flexion of the leading knee, a ball carrier can drop his center of mass and therefore his flags by at least half a foot.
Then you have the reverse dip or the flip by Greg Meek, the ghost from the money team, as he tried to go up and over. 6-6 game here in the second half, and this is the best starting field position for Church's money by far. Pass completed to Maurice Douglas. Anthony Webb pulls the flag. Church's money, previous best start was their own 26.
Stole about 30 yards right there. Then I love that throw by Goffner, getting that ball to the sideline to Maurice Douglas. Perfect timing, location, accuracy.
You know, if they can keep positive plays too, right? Money team only has one blitz left. You don't want to get in that situation then where it's an obvious blitz on like a 4th and 8 or something like that. So take what they give you. Goffner. Oh, he had a couple guys open, and he threw it to the one guy that was covered, and Webb came in and knocked it away.
Yeah, Webb doing a good job of undercutting that route, but this is, we hear this all the time in football. Don't let teams that you think you're better hang around. As you'll see Goffner kind of drop down a little bit. Webb doing a really good job of bringing that inside hand, leaving his feet, getting the pass deflection. But Church's money, the team that a lot of people say isn't as good, hanging around. The money team's got to figure out a way to get a stop and not give this team too much momentum as we get to the back end of this second half.
Let's see if McDonald comes on the blitz. He does not. Goffner completes it a couple yards short of the first down. But when you only need to pick up 3, it's a lot easier to handle the blitz, isn't it?
Absolutely, because then you know, if they blitz you, I could get this ball out of my hands real quick for a quick slant or a flat route out, maybe take a shot. So Goffner is doing a good job of just getting themselves in good situations, moving the chains forward.
Church's money's going to take a timeout with 16 minutes to go. There's a big play here, 4th and 4. After they got a defensive stop, there's a good chance that the money team would use their last blitz here. You want to make sure that you know what you're doing.
Yeah, if I'm the money team, I think about not using it though. I mean, you're in a tie ball game. If they convert, it's not the end of the world. I might try to save it for a 4th down in the red zone. You know Church's money's got a plan for your blitz. They called timeout. Goffner calls timeout. He's got a very good idea of what he wants to do. If you do blitz, I might try to throw a little changeup. Sometimes in the NFL, 3rd and short teams will play zone and not man. A changeup, I think, would be good for the money team defense.
I don't even want nothing no more.
They do blitz.
Thank you, Red.
And the pass is incomplete, and there's no flag.
Hit the ball at all.
I
wonder if McDonald, being so tall, you know, a lot of times, especially in our early games, Bob, we've seen these short, athletic, quick guys being the blitzer. McDonald, the basketball player, again, 6'4", 6'5". His height may impact the guy's ability to get that throw off to his receiver.
So both teams get 4th down stops. And in a 6-6 game, it's 1st down for the money team. They've got to get to midfield to get a fresh set of downs. Franklin, oh, he had McDonald.
Chris Franklin's pass is getting from Fred McDonald Jr. incomplete.
And you heard Franklin say, that's my fault. He had him.
Yeah, he knew he got an easy completion to McDonald on that slant route, just threw it in the dirt. But McDonald's the guy that he's continuously looked for, whether it's been that slant route, the deep ball we saw earlier. Church's money doing a little bit differently defense towards McDonald's side. They're playing a little bit of a cloud corner and then a safety over the top. They don't want his speed going past them vertically again.
2nd down. Meek was there, tried to pitch it, but the flag had been pulled at
Big enough.
no.
Big enough.
Okay.
You're not big enough.
Separate now.
the 43-yard line.
Sir, walk that way.
You didn't even phase me.
Son, legs.
Go do some push-ups. He ran up on me.
And this is flag football, absolutely, but there's a good amount of contact going on here, Bob. You'll see them bang around a little bit. Ramonce Taylor telling everybody, you guys aren't big enough. You're not big enough for me, telling them, you guys need to go watch that replay.
Here comes a blitz. Franklin gets it away. Flag pulled, but it's a first down for McDonald.
I'm getting first, Frankie. I'm eating on you all play, dog.
On the previous play, the defense blitzed. That was their 3rd and a half. They'll have 2 remaining. First down, offense.
Yeah, McDonald kind of having his way a little bit with Jeremy Scott. And Jeremy Scott played at UC Davis. He was a 3-year starter.
Dig.
That goal ball early in the game is getting him to play a little bit softer. You don't want that ball going to your head, especially in these crucial moments.
Franklin just a bit outside.
A little hot there, Frank.
First Franklin's pass is headed to Ramonce Taylor, incomplete.
I like what Church's Money's doing defensively, though. They're making Money Team earn everything. They're not giving them easy completions, big chunk plays. They're making them be methodical down the field, which is something that they're not used to. They want the big play.
And again, a lot of these teams are all-star teams put together for this tournament. Church's Money practices together, and they spent time practicing just for this game. Franklin completes it to Johnson, and the flag gets pulled by Maurice Douglas.
Fresh. Hey, come here. Hey, somebody get a safety. I gotta stop and go now. Somebody run the post on the slide.
You got the boats going along the river. The sun is setting. The train going by. Church's Money, the Money Team.
It's not an ice cream truck. I wish it was. I'd grab a Choco Taco, but it's not an ice cream truck.
The play clock was winding down, and I think the Money Team, oh, no, the defense called the timeout.
They'll have 1 remaining.
Safety don't think I'm gonna make a throw from way over here. Because he look at me, I'm saying though, look at me. Yeah. I want you to late. Yes. Get that 30, man. I want you to get open.
Again, one of the unique things right now that we get as fans is the insight. You can hear Franklin tell him, listen, I'm going to drift this way. That safety's not going to think I'm going to throw it backside. So let's see if he utilizes that a little bit.
3rd and 14. They run the blitz at him, and they got the flag. Oh, no, they didn't get the flag, and the pass goes incomplete. Boy, I thought that Stewart got the flag, but he didn't.
Franklin did a beautiful job of avoiding Stewart. We'll see it on a replay here, Bob. There's something on the field that looks a little red. A nice elusiveness. Stewart sells out to go make it. And then just a good contested catch. And Meek goes up, not able to make that catch. And again, we're getting to see some physical play. This is, again, flag football, but this game matters a lot to these guys. And this is a huge 4th down.
And Knuckles has done a nice job. Here comes the blitz again. Franklin gets it away, and he completes it for the first down. Huge play there. And Cap Solomon with the catch.
That was their 5th and final blitz.
Boy, if you're going to use your blitz, the last thing you can do is give up the first down.
Yeah, how about the timing here by Franklin? Let's look at this ball when it gets out of his hands right now. And Cap's not even out of his route. Franklin trusting his receiver, timing. Cap going up, strong hands, making that play. Looks like an Avenger combination.
And they're picking on Scott.
Franklin,
double move, and he gets the easy touchdown to Taylor.
Too easy. Too easy. Rally your ass up, boy. I told you.
Ramonce Taylor for a touchdown.
Get out the field. Routed you up, boy. I told you. I told you.
Let's go. We're going for one.
I told you.
Well, Taylor's doing a lot of talking for a game that's currently 12-6.
And this is just a little sluggo. We hear it's a slant and go. Fresh. Franklin with a little pump fake. Ramonce Taylor, as he said, routes him up. Big touchdown for the money team.
Yeah, and Rederiano's got no shot. He's a personal injury attorney at 5'9", trying to cover Taylor.
He might want to hire himself after that play.
They go for one and they get it on the pass to Clariette. So it's 13-6. The money team. It hasn't been easy, but Taylor with the touchdown catch after the big 4th down conversion. Back at Pittsburgh, the money team goes ahead with the touchdown to Ramonce Taylor. And they get the 1-point conversion. Taylor will handle the throw off. He's been throwing the high short ones.
There you go, RT.
This one he sends a little deeper downfield.
Straight ahead, just go. Straight ahead, just go.
No blocking. And a good return there.
Joshua Stewart on the return for Church's money.
Joshua Stewart with the return. Anthony Webb about his business. And we heard the music from the ball. Love the ice cream truck music going on during the flag football game. We wish it was ice cream.
Yeah, man, I told you, if it was an ice cream truck, I'd be down there getting a Choco Taco. There's no better option on the fire truck.
Which parks right by the hotel, which is just to the right of Highmark Stadium.
You're a shore guy. If you had to choose one, if you're on the shore and the fudgy wudgy man's walking by with some ice cream, what are you going to?
I'd go with a nice lemon Italian ice. Boring.
It's coming.
Throws the out. Nice catch made there by Maurice Douglas.
Again, Goffner showing some really nice ball location towards the sideline. I still want to see. Maurice Douglas is a guy that ran just north of 21 seconds in the 200. Said he's a 4.2 guy. Let me see him go down the field one time. See if you can get a quick strike.
Now, he did say it was in high school that he ran the 4.240. And he's 38 years of age now. Ooh, makes this nice sliding catch. Collided with the defender.
By far the most physical game we've had over the weekend, Bob. These two teams are obviously laying everything on the line. Every play matters. An incredibly close and pressure-packed game.
3rd and 6 for Church's money out of San Diego, which has played arguably the best team, the money team, every inch of the way. Dangerous pass, intercepted. He threw it late to the out, and Brandell Webb gets the interception.
We said it early on in the broadcast. Brandell Webb, the Cookie Monster, is a squatter, and that's exactly what he did on that route. Let's check out the replay, Bob, because this is a premier athleticism. Sells out, stays in that back hip, sells out. Ooh, did that ball touch the ground? Is that a secure catch? Premier athleticism, though, again, is sitting on that back hip, squatting the elevation to go make that catch. Let's see if this tip, I think the tip of that ball might have hit that ground.
Right now, not being reviewed. Oh. Franklin going on the deep ball. One more look at it again. It wasn't reviewed.
Let's see it. I think that front tip as he goes to the ground. Let's watch it right there. Ooh. Bang, bang. Probably not enough to overturn it. Still an incredibly athletic play by the Cookie Monster.
You know, are you surprised that they haven't tried the out and up on him once?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, they had to know that he was a guy that loved to sit. I thought that they would take advantage of that at some point, especially with a guy, again, with like Maurice Douglas and his speed.
Flag on the play.
What? Offsides. Offense. Previous spot.
What
Third down.
He ain't open. I'm telling y'all. He ain't open, man.
Hey. Look.
Oh, never mind.
Hey, the game's out there right now.
They would have had the first down, but that penalty.
TJ
And there's
Webb, Brandale Webb, Corey Webb, any Webb. Done. They're done. Don't get caught in the web. Don't get caught in the web.
unfortunately for Corey, his team was eliminated.
Go, me. Looking for
Little pitch to Cap Solomon, and they finally pull the flag. So Meek, instead of the dip, he does the flip. He goes up, and then he got the pitch off.
Again, I mean, no dip for him. Full leap. Corey Webb sitting here telling us that don't get caught in the web as we see Meek again go vertical. I actually like he's in the air and making the lateral at the same time. But Corey Webb saying don't get caught in the web. Brandon Goffner, the quarterback for Church's Money, his nickname is Spidey.
Church's Money needs to force a turnover. Taylor out of bounds.
You's a baby over here. You's a baby over here.
Flag on the play.
He's a baby. Somebody get him a beat.
Receiver went out of bounds and was the first player to touch the ball.
I'm forced out of bounds. I'm not going to do it.
Splits right here.
It splits right here.
Second down.
You took yourself out of the play. Bro, time I run out of bounds, I'm forced out of bounds.
He told them he's a baby. Someone get him a binky.
That's, you know, Church's Money, he stepped out of bounds. Church's Money might not want that matchup.
Hey. But again, you see why he was a guy that had the career that he had at Texas, the incredible athleticism to go up and make that catch.
Come help him. Let's go, big boy. Let's go.
They go to the middle to McDonald.
Let's go, dog. Let's go, Fresh. I'm your horse. What you want now, nigga? Fresh, man. I got you, bro.
First down for the Money team.
And the Money team really asserting themselves here in the second half. They've got the lead, and they got a nice drive going. First and goal from the 16.
Go, Frankie. Yep.
Wow, dips his way to the end zone.
How about that by Cap Solomon?
Floss.
Touchdown the Money team.
Hey, Church is chicken.
Thank you, Fresh. Pass complete to Frankie Solomon for the touchdown.
Kay Adams with her mind on the ice cream truck, calling it this move by Cap the triple dip. 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 His knee might have gone down around the 5-yard line, Bob.
Well, right now it's not being reviewed, so they're calling for the extra point. They run the slant to McDonald, and it is now 20 to 6.
Don't talk to me, man. I said it already. Let's go.
And now the chirping begins for the Money team.
Yeah, they're feeling good right now. Starting to pull away, but this is why they are who they are. This is why it's tough to knock out the heavyweight champ. You can only land so many punches till they show up.
Let's go. Yeah, I know, real West Coast. Yeah, it's real West. It's a real West. Real cold. I'm from real Cali. This is fake Cali.
It's not the beatdown that they thought they were going to have, but they've been in control of this game for a huge part of it.
You think? I thought Church's Money, I mean, when they got that stop and they took over at the 48-yard line, the way things were going.
But did you ever feel like Church's Money was in control? You know, you always thought they had a chance. Okay, can they get a play? But I never felt that they were in control. I always thought the Money team was still in a good place, still in control of the football game.
Church's Money had a 6-0 lead, 20 unanswered.
Ball. He ain't got nowhere to go. Ball.
It felt like Church's Money was, you know, feeling good where they were at, where the money team expected more.
So now they got to take some deep shots. They got one timeout. Remember, any touchdown scored over 50 yards is 7 points. They're down 14.
Hey, put some honey on my biscuit and we good. I just wanted 3-piece all legs. I like all legs.
If I'm Church's money, I'm going to go at Brandell Webb. He's sat on everything. He probably wants to get his 4th pick of the game. Maybe I could get him on a double move, take a shot downfield and a quick strike.
Darius, come tight, Darius. Come tight, Darius.
Haston, the quarterback now. There's the deep throw.
Hey, that's P.I. Let's go.
And a flag comes in.
There's a flag on the play.
And I'm just curious why Church's money didn't try a few more deep balls.
Yeah, with Haston has got some good arm strength. Maurice Douglas, we've talked about his incredible speed.
Come on.
They said they wanted to go at Anthony Webb. They thought he was the weak link of the defense, and they haven't taken enough.
Get down, come on, get down.
Yeah, you can see he's holding his arm. He's holding Maurice Douglas's left arm right there.
Darius slant. Nobody red. Nobody. Come back, red.
That's considered a lateral. Throw back to Goffner, which turns off the play clock.
Get upfield. Gotta get out of bounds.
Once you throw that lateral, it turns that go clock off.
Yeah, I'd like to see them go right back to that and send somebody streaking towards the back corner of the end zone. At least they get a ball thrown to the end zone region.
How many blitzes we got? Hey, they don't have no blitzes. They don't have no blitzes. Timeout. Hey. Defense. That's their first of the half. They'll have 2 remaining. Hey, Corey, come here.
The 2018 NFL season is just around the corner. It all starts with training camp. NFL Network brings you exclusive access to all 32 teams. Training camp primetime starts July 26th, live on NFL Network. 1:17 to go. Church's money out of San Diego has given the heavily favored the money team all they can handle, but still trail by 14. That's considered a lateral. And that ball nearly picked off by Solomon.
Bradley Goffner's pass intended for Maurice Douglas. Incomplete.
With 2 minutes to go in regulation. Clock stops on incomplete passes. Player gets out of bounds.
Second and goal from the 15-yard line.
Second and goal from the 15.
Go red. Come here, boy.
Oh, McDonald gets the flag as Goffner doesn't throw the ball.
Timeout, Ralph. Timeout.
McDonald's athleticism has been incredibly impressive tonight. Not only on the offensive end, but also on the defensive.
I'm stealing the Church's money. 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 I'm stealing the Church's money.
After the timeout.
I'm killing right in front of y'all, baby.
Well, they told us Alfred McDonald was not at our production meeting, and his teammates said he's going to fill it up with talk, and he certainly has.
In his bio, he says, I'm a completely nice guy off the field, but I turn into a maniac on the field.
Check.
I also told him he reminds me of a lot of guys in the NFL then.
Go to Mo hot. Go to Mo hot. Get out of bounds.
Haston completes it. Maurice Douglas didn't get out of bounds, which was a big mistake because the clock keeps moving.
Hey, come on. Hey, let's go. Get not over. Let's go.
Fourth and goal from the 6-yard line.
Set. Go.
Haston to the other side, and the pass nearly intercepted by Anthony Webb. And he and Jonathan Thomas getting into it.
We taking Church's money!
So the money team, it's the team that everybody says you got to go through. They had a battle on their hands against Church's money, but in the end, enough big plays, forcing turnovers to advance to Atlanta next week in the semifinals to take on Code Red.
And that's going to be an exciting matchup because Code Red showed a lot today against the Mean Machine. And I also think that the money team showed some flaws. There's some stuff that if you're Code Red, got to feel good about getting after them about.
Hey, everybody. Hit this for y'all, for Texas, man. Remember that.
And you could see the emotion from the Church's money team. They felt that they could go in and win this game. They didn't feel like this was an impossible feat.
Fighting Cancer out of New Orleans will take on Prime Time with former Navy quarterback Ricky Dobbs in one semifinal next Saturday, and then the money team and Code Red in the other semifinal in Atlanta on Sunday. The money team victorious 20-6 as we send it down to Kay.
RT, I feel like I waited a long time to see you go wreck this game out there. I even asked your quarterback Fresh, when are we going to see RT? And he said, oh, don't worry. He's coming. Now you guys got the win. They added you late in free agency. What's this team getting with you?
You know, this is actually my real flag football team back home. So we've been having a chemistry for years. And, you know, this is just a great group of guys to be around. And I can't ask for a better place to be and a better opportunity to go and win $1 million with these guys.
I think it's probably safe to say it was a little closer than you guys thought at times in this game. You guys dubbed yourself the bad boys of this whole thing. Have we seen everything you guys have?
Not at all. You know, actually, today was a bad game. We came out, you know, real slow, but we needed this. This was a humbling game for us. You know, we had to fight adversity in this game, and we showed them that we're strong and we can come through that adversity.
Go get that money, guys. Back to you.
Thank you.
And a couple weeks, $1 million at stake. The money team moves on to Atlanta and the semifinals with a 20-6 win over Church's money.
The American Flag Football League U.S. Open of Football is brought to you by Bud Light, America's favorite light lager.
Fun weekend here in Pittsburgh. The American Flag Football League on NFL Network as the sun sets. Take a look at the game summary. The money team out of Dallas with a 20-6 hard-fought win over Church's money out of San Diego. Pierre Franklin, 250 yards throwing, 3 touchdowns, and the 1 interception. The money team outscores Church's money 14-0 in the second half. Time for today's star of the game, presented by LG, and the money team's Brandell Webb was outstanding.
Yeah, and the money team had told us if we execute and don't turn the ball over, we've got a good chance to win the game. They didn't account for the cookie monster, Brandell Webb. We see his first pick right there, his second one, able to get his hand on the ball, tip, great hand-eye coordination to get that catch, and then feet down. And this is the backbreaker down here near the end of the game. Undercut that receiver. The great athleticism to go dive, make that catch, seal the victory. The Cookie Monster is our player of the game.
Well, make sure you join us next Saturday for the semifinals as Primetime takes on Fighting Cancer, featuring Ricky Dobbs on the Primetime squad, former quarterback at Navy. Then on Sunday, the money team with their win will take on the edgy Code Red, who pulled off a big upset over Mean Machine. Plus, the pros are in action. Saturday night, you'll see Michael Vick's squad taking on Ocho Cinco. And then Justin Forsett will square off against Nate Robinson's squad on Sunday. So the action heats up in Atlanta. It's the AFFL here on NFL Network. For Dan Orlowski, Kay Adams, and our entire crew, I'm Bob Papa saying so long from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. You've been watching the AFFL on NFL Network.